They don't want an independent election commission. उन्हें एक जेबी चुनाव आयोग की आवश्यकता है. I again take the liberty of last time quoting the Supreme Court where they said in para 119.
Before that, let me remind the honorable member. We are supreme when it comes to lawmaking. We cannot suffer intervention from any other organ, be it executive or judiciary.
कल तो और कुछ बोल रहे थे सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट
You both are.
आप ही कल बोले.
क्या बोले? Let the honorable member rise and indicate what I spoke.
तो एक कहावत है गांव की, क्योंकि मैं ग्रामीण पृष्ठभूमि से हूं, आप भी, कि अंधा बाटे सीरड़ी मुड़ मुड़ अपने को दे. If Prime Minister and his minister is going to be the majority in the committee, why have the committee? Let the Prime Minister appoint everybody. Why even have this law? It's an empty formality. Secondly, sir, Supreme Court said, Constituent Assembly said, the first law minister of the country, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, said that ruling regime's two nominees make the entire process ineffective and negatory and redundant. And this is what the Supreme Court also said. I want to quote from those 4 lines in para 8 of that judgment, and I quote, sir, like the judiciary. In fact, वो एक कदम आगे गए और उन्होंने कहा चुनाव आयोग में और न्यायपालिका में कोई अंतर नहीं. And I quote, sir, para 8, like the judiciary, the Election Commission must display fearless independence in the absence of norms regarding the appointment. A central norm, that is institutional integrity, is adversely affected. An independent appointment mechanism would guarantee eschewing of even the prospect of bias. Sir, this is what the Supreme Court said. This is what the framers of the Constitution said. This is what this government is afraid of. I'm saying it with a sense of responsibility. For they don't want an independent election commission and CEC and EC. They want a pocket borough. उन्हें एक जेबी चुनाव आयोग की आवश्यकता है. ये कानून एक जेबी चुनाव आयोग का गठन करेगा. आप जेब से चुनाव आयोग निकालेंगे और जो आप चाहेंगे फिर वो प्रजातंत्र के साथ वो करेगा. इस कानून का फाइनल मतलब यही है, सर. It does not pass any kind of constitutional muster. We have to be aware, this is an august house. After all, we have to be aware as to what we are doing and saying and what we are passing. This is manifestly arbitrary. These are ill-conceived attempts. This law is an ill-conceived attempt at consolidating undue executive control, total executive control over the electoral body, that is the Election Commission. It also, the process is arbitrary, the intent is malicious, and the result is disastrous, if I may say. That is what is going to happen, sir. And, sir, I again take the liberty of last time quoting the Supreme Court where they said in para 119.
Before that, let me remind the honorable member.
Yes, sir.
With highest respect to everyone, the Parliament is the sole repository of lawmaking. And this is wisdom of the Parliament. Neither the executive, nor the judiciary, nor any other body.
My time may be stopped.
No, I'm aware of that. Since majorly you are focused on Supreme Court judgment, as if the reflections therein have to bind us. I would expect the debate to rise to a very high level because this House, this Parliament, to the exclusion of any other entity, be it executive or judiciary, is supreme when it comes to lawmaking, and you are part of it. Extra 30 seconds.
Thank you.
कल तो और बोल रहे थे सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजमेंट.
You both are. I'm really surprised.
कोई बात.
I'm really surprised, both of you.
Sir.
It is time we rise to some level at least.
सर, कल आप ही बोले थे.
सभापति महोदय,
you represent a party that has a great history.
सर आप ही कल बोले
क्या बोले? Let the honorable member rise and indicate what I spoke. Please rise. Take your seat. Indicate what I spoke. What did I say?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट के बारे में आपने बोला जब कोई कोर्ट कर रहा था.
Would you be good enough to quote me?
सर
Do it during course of the day.
Sir, I'm doing, sir. You allow me or not allowing me?
Mr. Nasir Hussain, during course of the day, go to the proceedings of the House yesterday and put it on the table that you rely on that. It is not a good habit. I am only making a plea to the members that we are parliament of 1/6 of humanity. We are supreme when it comes to lawmaking. We cannot suffer intervention from any other organ, be it executive or judiciary. That's what I'm saying. Honorable member may continue. One sir, please take your seat. If there is a number, if your time comes, take your seat. Yes.
Sabhapati ji, let me begin by thanking you for your words of wisdom. You are much seasoned, both in age and experience, both in law as also perhaps in parliamentary practices. You have held many offices. But with all humility may I say, sir, you are 100% right that Parliament is the august body and is the overarching body. It is the fountainhead of democracy. But even the fountainhead of democracy, sir, will have its sanctity when it does not commit arbitrary acts and passes arbitrary law. The fountainhead of democracy must adhere to the very tenets of democracy out of which it is born. There is a power higher than us, and that is democracy itself and the Constitution itself.